Hello, I'm Jodie from Tales of Cloth, and today we're making one of my favourite blocks from the Red Sky at Night Quilt, Goose Tracks. I've already got mine laid out here, how I'm going to sew it together, and we're going to start by making these quarters. Now, in the pattern, it'll have you sew these two together first with a green one on that side and the highlight colour on that side and the dark on that side, and then one that way, and you need to do that for each quarter. You can do that if you like, and especially if you're making scrappy, that's the best way to go, not worrying about what's on where. But if you don't want to have to keep track of which side your diamonds are on and how many of each you make, you can sew the little ones together first and then sew the diamonds, these dark ones, to the outside. So that's what I'm going to do today. With diamonds, as I often say, I line them up on all sides, and that way I have less chance of it being uneven because of the little bit of extra bulk you get at each end from folding the fabric over. Sometimes lining it up just at one point can mean that it doesn't line up at the end. This evens out any irregularities that you might get from the fabric. Okay, now that I've made my little center pairs, I'm going to add these outside diamonds. To add the next diamond, I open that up, keep the thread intact, and then line up this one. Again, lining it up on all sides of the block, of the shape. Now that I've made these little half stars, I'm just going to add the base triangle. Now, sometimes when you've got a group of shapes joined in the middle there and then you add a single shape, the pieced unit is a little bit bigger. So we're going to center it by using this point here and just do the best we can to line it up. Okay, here's my little goose track. You'll notice that it's a little bit lumpy in the center there, but I want to reassure you that as soon as we've finished the block and are ready to take the papers out, all of this will relax. And then to finish the little quarters of the block, we're just going to add these edge triangles and squares. Okay, now that we've made our 4 quarters, we're going to add our sashing. Now this sashing might seem super skinny and a little bit daunting, but you can see that I've just basted it as normal. The fabric has overlapped. I did cut a slightly smaller seam allowance for this tiny square. Try to use a small glue stick or thread if you feel like glue's getting everywhere. So I'm going to start up the top here, line it up. We're going to center it against each other if one's slightly longer than the other because of the extra fabric we have in the seam. But mine looks okay. Next up, we're going to sew this tiny square to this bit of sashing. And then this bit to the other side. Move these fabric folds out of the way. I forgot to do a knot, so I'm just going to make one. Okay, now to join this bit to this one and then add the bottom piece. If you have a clover clip, stick it in the middle to keep the seams lined up. You might want one at the edge as well. And that way you can line up this side without worrying whether you're moving these points too much. And there's my finished Goose Tracks block from the Red Sky at Night Quilt. If you'd like to join us stitching, you can grab the Red Sky at Night ebook from my shop, www.talesofcloth.com. Thanks so much for watching.